Hey, Jeff Gibbons here with another Maschine expansion video. And this one is going to be about the expansion deal that's happening right now, just for probably the next week. But I will be going over a whole bunch of expansions in this video. So if you're interested in any of these, then this video will be interesting for you for sure. I don't have all of the expansions. I have 7 of the 9. So I will just be going through the ones that I've got. And I'll put a link to the deal in the description. So I don't have too many pre-made beats on this one, so I'm just going to kind of go through each library, listen to a couple of the previews, and then try making a little beat on each of the ones that I've got. So we're going to start with Queensbridge Story. So this one is 90s hip hop. So let's go through it and check out some of these kits. Now, I always start with the groups, and I'll just play through a couple of them just so you can hear what some of the kits sound like. Okay, let's try the corner store kit. Okay, Crooks kit. Yeah, it's kind of a different beat. Let's put that one in there. All right, and then I'll just quantize that. Let's have a listen, see what kind of swing I need on it. Okay, let's see what else we've got on here. I'm going to go to a new group. Like that synth in there. So let's just take this sound right here. I'm gonna go duplicate. I'm gonna copy it onto this pad right here. Put it to keyboard mode. And take it down an octave. And now let's go to minor scale. This sound right here, I'm going to duplicate it onto D right there. Go to keyboard mode. Take an octave down. So I think what I'll do is just delete this pattern. I'm going to go delete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pattern, I'm going to shift copy, and then I'm going to take it over to this spot here and go shift paste. And then I can just clear this pattern right here. So I'll just delete that one. And then now I can do something different with this guy right here. So let's see. Okay, so let's go and check out some of the other things on this expansion. I'm going to go to the browser and I'm going to go over to sounds. Actually, let's go to loops first, Queensbridge, and then let's try piano and keys. So right now I'm in C minor. So we just need to make sure our loop gets put into C minor once we find it. Giving you some idea of the loops on here. Yeah, let's load this one up right here. And if we look at this one, press the plugin button, go to sound, we can see that it's an audio module. And I'm going to put this into a sampler so I can chop it up. So I'm just click the 4D encoder, hit load, and then now I can go to the sampling and go to slice and slice this up. So let's go to detect mode and see how it does if I crank up the detection a little bit. It's doing really well. So we've got lots of slices, more than we have pads, but that's okay. Let's hit apply and we'll put that right on the group and hit OK. Actually, let's go right to the pads and I'm going to go select all. And select all the pads, and then we're going to go back to the plugin instance, and I'm going to take it down one semitone, and we'll see if that fits. Let's take that one right here. I'm going to go to keyboard mode on that one. Except that's the wrong note, so I'm going to take this down a few semitones. So even though it says G, I know that it sounds like a C. So there's my C minor scale. So now I can just play with that. I'm going to go to plugin and I'm going to go to add some reverb or some delay on here. Or let's put reverb first. And then let's go to add some delay as well. Maybe beat delay. Okay, so I just played something in there. I'm going to quantize that. And Queensbridge Story, 50 different kits for you to play with on there. And then we've got 44 sounds, which I didn't even look at. And actually, let's just have a quick look at the sounds here. Wow. And then we've got the loops as well. There is, if I go to all types, then we've got 543 loops and 793 one-shots. I've got one more little demo I whipped up with this one this morning. And this one started with the Animal Thug kit. So I've got that one right here. Something like that, or some really cool kick and snare sounds in there, and then some really interesting percussion on this whole expansion. So that was the kit that I used for that main one, and then I took a sample and sliced it up, and that's where I got those piano samples from. We'll do that in some of these expansions today. That's my bass line, and then I've got just a guitar sound that I was just playing. It's got maybe a bit of a Michael Jackson sort of thing going on. But let's have a listen to this. Anyways, you get the idea on that one. Really cool, great kits in there. So let's look at the next library. We've got Solar Breeze, indie electronica, full band feel. Ooh. So nice kind of indie vibe on that with real drums and guitars. Ooh, I like that. Let's try loading that one up. That's fun, different. Let's go to another group. Now let's go to another kit and get a real drum beat in there. Oh, that's neat. So that first percussion loop isn't working for me. So we're getting some really interesting ambient stuff kind of happening here, a little bit chill. Let's try some of these first sounds that I really liked. Okay, this is getting interesting. So it started out as something different and now it's morphed into something based kind of on those guitar samples, which is pretty fun. So let's go look at what else we've got in this library. We've got 48 sounds. Let's see what we got in there. This one here, let's try loading that one on a keyboard mode. It's kind of a guitar harmonic kind of feel to it. So let's go to minor again. And so when I was finding the key there, when I started out on the first note, that just felt wrong. And so I just play along with the song until I hear what seems like it's fitting into the key. So I've got it on a minor scale in keyboard mode, but I'm just using my ear until this note feels right. And it was only one semitone away. So let's just play along with that. Let's go see if there is a bass patch. This is actually pretty cool. Let's go keyboard mode. We'll go octave down. Oh, that's really nice. Okay. Here we go. Some loops. We've got 327 loops and 716 one-shots. Let's just quickly look at the loops, see what kind of stuff we've got in there. anyways, gives you an idea of some of the sounds in there. Let's have a listen to this one more time. I really dig Solar Breeze. I've got this sort of ambient part of me still kicking, and from music from days gone by. But yeah, so I really dig a lot of the sounds in Solar Breeze, and I love using these expansions. You pull them up, you never know what you're going to get, and so it's a very different way of making music. It's not like, for me, it's not about going, oh, I've got this brilliant idea for a song with a synth line or something like that, or a beat. It's more just I sit down, start playing with these expansions and see what happens. Okay, so the next expansion that I've got here is London Grit Kits. All right, let's give that one a try. So grime, not my thing, but I'll still try something out here and see what we can do. Here we go. Check out the loops that come with this London Grit one. Okay, let's go to maybe percussion. Let's try loading that one and see what happens. Pretty cool. Let's go with that, and then let's see what else we can find. Let's go to sounds and see what we've got. 82 different sounds. Oh, this is a really cool sound. Now, do you know what this is? If I go to the sound, we can see it's got the reso chord on it. And reso chord is a super cool effect, and it lets you choose a chord, and it'll just... So this is just a tom sound that's got the reso chord on it. If I take the reso chord right off, it's just a tom, but you put it up to, you know, a little bit higher. But the problem is it's in the wrong key with the rest of the stuff. So let's just see if we can play around with that. So we're in A minor. So we need to take this thing here. There's C, so we go 1, 2, 3. Oops. Now that feels like it's in A minor. That's probably good enough. I will quantize that. Well, now let me show you a trick with a bass patch. Let's go see if we can find a bass sound. So we need to get this to an A. Kind of is. Okay, so what we can do with this one is stuff with a grime sort of feel. We can use a different scale. And it's a scale that I've never talked about in any videos, but it's kind of more complex music theory. I've got some music theory videos for Maschine. You want to check those out. I'll put a link in the description. Let's try this. I'm going to go to modes, and I'm going to go to Phrygian mode. So what the Phrygian mode is a scale or a set of notes that is slightly different from a major or a minor scale. And so you'll hear it as I go up. mostly it's this note right here. Sounds mostly minor except for that note right there. And when you listen to a lot of this kind of grime stuff, you're going to hear that scale. So it's just kind of a thing. And you guys can use that now in your own stuff if this kind of thing works for you. You hear it in house music, EDM stuff. It's all over the place. It has a really dark kind of sound to it. So let's try putting something in with this. That's probably good for now. And definitely work better with an actual bass sound, but let's see if there's anything else. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that gives you an idea of what this library sounds like. Okay, next expansion we're going to look at is Infamous Flow, slick hip hop soul. So we've got early 90s R&B. Let's jump ahead. So we've got old school sounds, some orchestral sounds, add some variety to the other sort of hip hop stuff that we have in this expansion deal. So let's see what we got here on the helium kit. Let's try another kit. Let's try another kit. Oh yeah, baby. So what I can do with these ones, because they kind of go on for so long, if I don't want them to do that, what I can do is go to pad mode, and then I go select all, and I'm going to go back to plugin, go to sound, and then here what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in, or I'm going to change it to ADSR. So as soon as I let my finger off, they reset. All right, so now they're not just going to keep overlapping and building up. 3, 4. Nice. Okay. Go to another kit. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh man, there's just some. This is just a well-rounded selection, which is very cool. Really? That's the bass, hey? Let's see if we can make it a bass. Sure can. All right, let's try. So there's our note. So it looks like we're in the right key. So let's go to C minor. Perfect. Cool. Quantize that. have a listen to that. Let's see what else we got in Infamous Flow. Let's go over to loops, and we've got bass already. Let's see what bowed strings loops we've got. We're at 67 beats per minute, so something. These are some classy loops here, that's for sure. Let's load that up and see what we can do with that. Right now it's an audio loop or an audio module, so we just go to sampler, so I can chop this up, and then go to sampling, slice it. I don't know if this one's going to work, but we'll try it anyways. Take the slices down. There we go. Just get rid of that. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go. This one says C sharp. Doesn't sound like C sharp to me. Okay, let's see. Let's take these slices, apply them to the group, and just hit OK, and get out of there. And then now, let's take all of these. We'll select all of them, and go to the plugin instance in the sound, and change the pitch. Anyways, you get the idea. Infamous Flow, hip-hop with a totally different bent. You've got some strings, you've got some kind of loungy stuff, you've got electric pianos. Very cool expansion. Let's save that one and try the next one. Okay, Aquarius Earth. I love this one. I'm still going back to this one all the time. And let's have a listen. Oh, I love this kid. Let's just load that one just for fun. Just load that one up. Cool, what else do we have for sounds in here? Oh man. Okay, let's take that bass sound and put it on a separate group, just with the duplicate. I'll turn the volume up. All right, and then keyboard mode. We gotta figure out our key. We're in the F. Just double check that it is actually an F. And we'll put it to minor. All right, and let's have a look at some of the loops in here, or sounds. We've got only 25 sounds, so not a ton of sounds. Let's go over to the loops and see what we got. Let's try brass. Nice trombone, maybe? All right, let's go with, let's see, percussion. Actually, that shaker might fit nicely in there. Oh, it's kind of clashing a bit. Let's try that one. Cool, so there's a shaker loop for us, and then we'll go check out any of the other loops. Piano, let's check that out. I got enough piano in there already. Gives you an idea of some of the loops in there. And we'll go to one shots, and we've got 98 one shots as well. So I think you're gonna dig Aquarius Earth if you're really into the kind of lo-fi stuff, the chill stuff. It's got great kits in that one. Next one is Midnight Sunset. Oh yeah. So there's that bass patch. Let's try going to the loops in this library and see if we can get some inspiration that way. So we'll go right out. Let's see what we've got. Nice. Oh, nice. Let's just be lazy and load a loop, okay? Let's put that in there. So if you ever do want to take a loop and make it your own, it's gonna load up as an audio module. So click to the sampler, or first hit the plugin button, go to sound. You'll see that it's audio module, click the 4D encoder, load a sampler, and then what you're gonna do is go to sampling, and there is our loop. Go to slice, and let's slice this up. So I'm gonna go detect, and then we need to get those hi-hats in there. You can see them, there they are. I think that's all of them. There we go. So we're gonna apply that to this group. Okay. And we can see that it's slightly longer than the 2 bars that I need. So all I need to do is go to my pattern and make it 2 bars. So now I've got that loop in there. So let's go over to the browser and see if we can get an instrumental loop in there as well. I know we're kind of cheating on this one, but this video is getting way too long, so. This is kind of fun. Let's load that up. Go to the 4D encoder, sampler, and let's see what we've got. And then let's slice this one up. That. Right, you get the idea. I'm going to quantize that. That's pretty cool. Let's go back to our first kit. Let's take that sound right there, duplicate that onto a new pad, and then let's take it down an octave. Let's go listen to a couple more of the kits on there, just get an idea. So I'm going to end it right there because I've got an entire video on opaline drift, so I'll put a link to that in the description. And then I don't actually have Indigo Dust or District Zeo, so both of those ones are new for me. But if you are thinking about getting this expansion deal, hopefully this video gives you a good sampling of what's on there. I I'm afraid I just didn't have time to go and make kits beforehand, or to make beats beforehand. Things are just a little too crazy with this whole virus thing that's going on. And hopefully if you're watching this in the future, things got a lot better, because it doesn't feel like they're going to right now. It's a little bit scary, but we're hunkered down, and I plan on making just a ton of YouTube videos over the next few weeks, and I'll be posting those. I may even start making some in-depth machine tutorials that you could purchase. I don't know what's going to happen. So hopefully you are staying safe, and I do hope this helps you make a decision. If you want to get it, there's a link in the description. Make sure it's right for you though, and make sure it's adding to what you've already got. I love the fact that it's a well-rounded smattering of expansions, and it's a great deal. So stay tuned for more videos. I will be cranking them out over the next months here, and I'm really looking forward to that, and it's just going to keep me going. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and the bell, and we'll see you in the next video.